What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one talking about the NBA for Wednesday. We got 4 picks in the video. Stay tuned to hear all four. And if you guys are not in the Dynamo Private Discord, what are you doing? Lock in here for the NBA playoffs. We've absolutely been crushing it. With the code on the screen, you can get in here for basically nothing on the weekly or monthly. Monday, Sir Radrick hit this massive 4-pick slip in the NBA. Over the weekend, we had a crazy day going 11-3, where I went 7-1. I was on an 8-1 run with my NHL plays as well. That's just one big day recently. We had a 6-1 day in the NBA on a small slate, and a 12-1 crazy day in the NBA where I went 5-0. Also on Tuesday, posted my 3 picks for the early games, hit all three, as well as hitting my MLB picks. We have more picks up for the late game as well. Lakers, Wolves, and those are looking good. Radrick hitting this massive one yesterday. His early picks hit as well on Giannis, points, and Halliburton assists. Click that top link to lock into the Dynamo Private Discord. Perfect time to get in here on the monthly or the weekly. Just click join, enter that code, you're going to get 40% off. You saw some of the crazy streaks we've been going on, the hits we've been having in the NBA and all sports. So lock in for the NBA season and use that code to get in here so we can continue to crush the NBA playoffs. So now let's get into the picks for this one. For the first one, I'm going to go to Jabari Smith Jr. over on his points plus the rebounds at 15.5. A line I'm liking for him. He's been playing big minutes at the end of the season, and I think he's going to get a good matchup here. He's been smashing this line as well, and I think this is going to be a good bounce back game for Houston here. Going to be a close one. Not sure who's going to win this, but I think a closer, higher scoring game in this one where we can see both teams kind of let loose and get into the playoffs finally in this second game here. So I like going to Jabari Smith as one of them. And we can look at this line for Jabari Smith. He's hit this in 69% of games this year. He's hit it in his last 8 games here, it looks like. And in his last 20, you can also look at last 20 on Outlier. He's hit it in 18 of his last 20 games, and 90% hit rate on here. It's just been a couple games where he hasn't played that many minutes. Like this one, he only got 16. But as of late, he's been playing 25 plus minutes in his last 8 games straight. Got over 25 in that first game. So I think he's going to keep it going and keep hitting this streak. I like it for Jabari Smith Jr. You can also look head-to-head Jabari Smith Jr. against the Warriors. In 8 games since 2023 that he's played against them, he's hit this in 7 of 8 of them, and definitely some huge games as well, like 25, 28, 27, 26 combined on the points plus the rebounds. So I think a good matchup. Should be playing in the high 20s of minutes in this one. I like going to Jabari Smith for this first pick. Then we're going to jump around a little bit. We're going to go to DeAndre Hunter. Go to his points plus assists. And for Hunter, a really low line. Had a terrible game one. Didn't play that many minutes. I think what Cleveland's going to be doing with their bench is basically just going with the hot guy off the bench. Whether that's Hunter, Ty Jerome, could be even Okoro, Dean Wade. They have a bunch of guys, but I just think they're going to give the minutes to the guy who comes in and is hot. That was definitely not Hunter. So we saw a really low amount of minutes in that first game. I think he's going to have a big bounce back one here. They need to get him going during this series at some point because they're going to need him in the next one or the one after to come if this series isn't that close. But I do think Miami can also keep these games fairly close. Not going to be blowouts, so not going to say that Cleveland's not going to win in 5 or 6 probably, but I think Hunter's going to get going. Really low line for him at 9.5 on this. So looking at DeAndre Hunter on the season, he's hit this in 92% of games, 60 of 65 games this year. An absolutely huge hit rate. Was terrible in the first one, like I said, so this is a really low line. He saw a season low in minutes in that first playoff game with just 16. Game before that, he got almost 32 minutes, 27 minutes the game before that. So I think he's going to be in line for a bounce back spot. I think he's going to come out a lot more aggressive off the bench, earn those minutes back up into the 20s, and be able to hit this like he has 92% of the time this year. It's just a massive hit rate, and I think a good bounce back spot for Hunter on a low line, something we can jump on. And with these 2 lines and picks on Prizepicks, we're getting a 3x multiplier. That's why I've been playing way more on parlay play, because you win more money for the same exact lines. You can see we have the same lines plugged in. We're getting a 3.33x multiplier. So definitely check out parlay play. $5 free. You don't have to deposit. You can come over here and mess around with the same lines that are on Prizepicks, but you're just going to get paid more and win more on parlay play, playing the same stuff. They also have a 100% deposit match, so you're going to want to deposit because you get that big bankroll to start with, and then you're going to win more on the same stuff you're already playing on Prizepicks. Plus, they have even higher payouts for 3-pick slips. You can see, we just click a top line, same line over on Prizepicks. We're getting a 6.6x multiplier on parlay play. On Prizepicks, these same 3 picks would be only a 5x multiplier, so it's a massive difference. Definitely check out parlay play. It's made me a way more profitable bettor because I'm just winning more for the same stuff I was playing over on Prizepicks. So check them out. They'll be linked down below. Let's get into the next one. I'm going to go to Franz Wagner over on his points plus assist at 25.5 against Boston with no Jason Tatum. I think this game could be closer than we saw in the first one, and Wagner still had a pretty good game in that first one in a tougher matchup, but just a line he's been smashing all year, and I think actually Orlando may come out more ready and aggressive in this one, knowing that Tatum is out because it does give them a better chance. So I think they're going to come out strong, play this game a lot closer, and Wagner's going to have a big one. So I like him on the points plus assists. So on the season for him, it's a massive hit rate. 69% of games he has hit this one, and he hit it in game 1. He got 23 points, 5 assists. I think he could be in line for a similar stat line here and absolutely blow this one out of the water, and I think he's going to be in for a good spot. Obviously, just going to be playing huge minutes. He got 36.4 minutes. Probably would have even got a couple more minutes if that one was closer, which I think it could be closer. He could be in line for around 40 in this one. Taking a ton of shots. Him and Paolo are basically their entire offense out there. I'm not sure why they're not playing Cole Anthony. They need the offense, but when it's just Wagner, Paolo out there, these guys are going to have the ball in their hands every possession, making plays. So I like going to Wagner on this really low line that he's hit 69% of the time. On Outlier, you can also see games where he's played 31 or more minutes this season. It's a 77% hit rate. On Outlier, we can also look when he played 36 or more minutes this season. Then it's a 92% hit rate. 24 of 26 games he's gone over this. So I'm definitely like it for Wagner. For the next one, Jimmy Butler, I'm taking an under on Butler against Houston. I think Houston's going to come out a lot stronger in this one. Butler has been playing out of his mind. Him and Steph Curry have just absolutely been going off. And even in these games when Butler's been going off, he's barely been getting to this line here. So I think it's going to be a much tougher game matchup in Houston again. I think they're going to come out, play him a lot harder here, and not let Butler and Curry absolutely go off on him. So even if Butler has a really good game, he still may not hit this one. So I'm going to be taking the under on 29.5. Just a high line for Butler. So looking at Butler, he has only hit this one in 25% of games this year. He has hit it in his last 3, and he's had some massive games in the last 3. So just the last one, he played 42.2 minutes, an insane amount of minutes here, and he barely was able to get this line. He got 25 and 7. He's barely able to get there. Just an insane game in the one before that, 38 and 7, and then a 30 and 1 game. Barely got there again in this one on the line. So I don't know if he can withstand these minutes and this amount of points and rebounds in a game against one of the toughest defensive teams. I think they had the playoff jitters. Houston did in the first one. They're actually favorites in this game over Golden State as well. So I think it's going to be a tougher game for the Warriors in this game too, and Butler's going to go under on it. And if you guys are not in the Dynamo private Discord, what are you doing? Get over here. We've absolutely been crushing it. You can see some huge days like 6-1 in the NBA. Couple days before that, 12-1, where I went 5-0 in my channel. Look what some of these cappers are posting. MLB picks hit, NBA picks hit for Avolo, one of our cappers, yesterday. Another capper yesterday, Sir Radrick, posting this 4-pick NBA slip and hit that. Then his early picks today both hit on Giannis and Halliburton. We got more picks up for the late game Lakers Wolves that are looking good as well. Game's not over as I'm recording this. My early game picks hit as well on Tuesday on this 3-pick slip, as well as my MLB picks. So click that top link to get in the Discord. You saw a massive deal with code NBA40 to lock in for the playoffs. We want you in here on the weekly or the monthly. Just click join, enter that code, and you're going to get in at a great price to lock in for the NBA, but also all sports. We've been crushing NHL, MLB. You guys saw some of the big hits recently. Some of the crazy streaks have been going on. Look inside the Cappers channel. So get in the Discord, lock in with us. More picks from me, plus a bunch of cappers all in one Discord. And if you just want to win more money for playing the same exact lines you're playing on Prizepicks, you have to check out Parlay Play. They're linked down below. A 3-pick slip with the same lines that are over on Parlay Play. We're getting a 6.6x instead of a 5x on Prizepicks. So a massive difference. You're going to win more money, be a more profitable better like it's made me. Plus, you get $5 for free just for signing up. You don't have to deposit, so you can just get in here and try it out. But then you're going to like it because the payouts are higher for the same stuff you're playing over on Prizepicks, and you get a 100% deposit match. So you're going to start with a great welcome bonus and bankroll to play these slips that are going to make you more money. So check out Parlay Play as well, and we'll see you guys over in the Discord. If you guys want more picks from me plus a bunch of other cappers in one Discord, click that top link. You get in with a great deal with that code NBA40 on the screen. You can see some huge wins over the weekend, like 10 to win 85 using our picks.